In this video, I'm going to tell you how to have your gold and silver stack work for you. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Stormy here. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals, so make sure you blast that subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked. That way you get updated with any new content. Today I am talking about something that somebody recently sent me a question for. In fact, let's just read this question to you guys from Grouper. It says, seeing a comment from your gold stack video, you accumulated your stack from your side hustle. An updated tips video on stacking for profit would be cool to see. Thank you so much, Grouper, for sending that question. I am always happy to help the stacking community when it comes to learning about precious metals and also how to stack precious metals for your benefit. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say that silver and gold is something that you by and large are just buying and it's just kind of sitting there. It's kind of flat. It doesn't do anything for you. I believe Warren Buffett called these like shiny gold rocks. And a lot of people say, you know what, if you're going to actually be speculating and trying to make money on something, it may as well be stocks or something like crypto, something that's going to yield you a rather large return. However, the thing is, while I do see merit and I do see everybody's point who does make that actual argument, the thing is I have been able to stack silver and gold at an accelerated rate, which has made me a decent profit. And I know other people have done this as well. And there's a reason why I continue to keep doing this. It's obviously because the silver and gold stack as well as my cash stack continues to grow. And I am more than happy to share this information with all of you. And a lot of this information is going to pretty much not sound like it's really not rocket science. Okay. I mean, anybody can by and large do what I do. But you know, there are some things that you need to do in order to be successful. So let's just kind of jump right into it. When it comes to stacking silver and gold, a lot of times people are going to look at this stuff as something just to kind of hedge against inflation, to put their money somewhere, just to kind of park it and to protect their wealth. Totally makes sense. That's primarily why I got into stacking, and that's, I'm sure, why a lot of you are stacking who are watching this video. But I'm sure at some point, while some of you have been on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you see people like myself who are buying and selling silver and gold, making a decent amount of money doing this. How is it that we are doing this with a good profit? How do you do it? So on and so forth. And before I start answering some of those questions, I do want to point out on my website, empirepreciousmetals.com, you can actually book me for some time privately, one-on-one, whether it's to grow your channel, if it is to talk about how to do what I am doing and become a reseller, or if it's just to kind of review your stack and just kind of see what makes sense to hang on to, what makes sense to sell and get rid of. I do all of that for a low nominal fee, but you definitely check it out on empirepreciousmetals.com, and I'm more than happy to jump on the phone with you for a private call and help you. I've already helped quite a few people, and I am more than happy to do this for you. Now, when it comes to this stuff here, okay, when you're looking at stuff like, you know, American Gold Eagles or Buffaloes or generic rounds, something like that, those are not going to necessarily help you do what it is that I do in terms of stacking for profit. Okay, that is basically your vanilla bread and butter basic stuff when it comes to stacking. You're by and large buying this stuff just to hang on to it. You're not really buying this to make a profit or anything like that. When it comes to buying and selling silver and gold for profit, it comes down to a couple of things. So I'm actually going to give you 5 tips on how you can get your silver and gold stack to make you money and have it work for you. And the first thing is you want to look at coins that are going to have a limited mintage. Okay, there are a lot of coins that are considered to be quote unquote semi-numismatic, coins like pandas, coins like koalas, things like that. And they're called semi-numismatic because they actually have mintage numbers of around 200, 250,000. And the reason that they're semi-numismatic is because their numbers are, kind of in the middle of the road in terms of how many are being actually minted. Okay, if you look at something that has a limited mintage, you're thinking of something that's anywhere between 2 to around, I would say, 25,000 mintage numbers. Okay, that's what you're kind of looking for as to be like a limited mintage number. But anything that's above that, 50,000, 100,000, I mean, that you're starting to now get into the semi-numismatic territory where things aren't exactly really that limited. Now, aside from the limited mintage, you're going to want to look at the coin's appeal. Okay, you have to think on a secondary or tertiary reseller level. You have to think about who is going to be interested in this particular coin. For example, this coin, while it's a cool design, this Predators coin, okay, this is a cool thing. I got this just because it's like, okay, why not? I bought it to resell it. This isn't something that I'm going to put into my stack. It's just like a cool new, little series. But when you think about resale, okay, there's not a lot of people that are really into lions or hyenas or really even give a rat's behind about this particular series. When you're thinking about the appeal, you're thinking of something like Marvel. Okay, you're thinking of something that has a really broad fan base and not just based in the United States, but across the globe. So something like Marvel, something like DC with like Batman, okay, something like that has a mass appeal to it that's going to be able to get you money in return. That's what you kind of want to aim towards, okay? The other thing that you want to think about, the third thing that you want to think about is the number of the series that coin happens to be in the lineup. Okay, is it the first in the series? Is it the seventh in the series? What number in the series is that particular coin? So in this situation, a coin like, let's say, Spider-Man. All right, Spider-Man was the first in the Marvel series releases, and this coin has appreciated in value. Now this is going for around $200 on eBay, and when it was first released, it was going for around $30, $35 on its initial release. So first in the series, this thing is doing very, very well. 50,000 of these were minted. Batman, only 15,000 were minted. That's really limited in terms of the mintage. This thing is going for anywhere between $85 to $100 in some cases on eBay, even more on some of the online websites. So Batman, first in the series, first for DC. Batman is a huge character. These are just a couple examples. You definitely want to think about, the broadest audience and who it can appeal to. All right. So that's what you also want to think about. You also want to, I'm going to give you another tip here. Okay. I think this is tip number 4. When you are buying the firsts in a series, you're going to want to purchase a large amount. I would say no less than 20 for that particular item. And the reason being is you have to think long term. You're going to be locking up your funds in that particular coin. However, you're going to want to kind of be able to wait a while, because a year, 2 years from then, that's when you're going to see other releases for that particular series come out. People getting into the hobby may have missed that first release, and they're going to want to buy in, and that's when you are going to be able to make your money. So you're going to want to be able to buy, I would say, no less than a tube for that particular first release item. And man, I kick myself. I wish I had bought 5 tubes of the Batmans. I only bought, I think, 30 or 40 of them, and now I'm down to like 1 or 2 on my website. Spider-Man's, I'm basically cleaned out. Everybody cleaned me out of the Spider-Man. So buy yourself tubes of the first release. And again, you want to make sure that it is something that is going to have that mass appeal. You don't want to be dumping, money into tubes of the first release of a series that is basically going to go nowhere. Okay. So that's what I would say for that. I think now we're going to go to, what is this? Tip number 5? Crap, I forgot how many we're at right now, but whatever, you guys are keeping track. So we're going to talk about the quality of the mint. That's another thing that I look for. Coins that are from the Perth Mint typically don't have milk spotting on them. They do very, very well. Coins like this Queen Anne's Revenge here, these do very, very well. I don't necessarily think that these are from Perth Mint, though. It says Tuvalu here. But you definitely want to be, or maybe it is from, I get confused, whatever. Perth Mint is a good one. You want to make sure you're paying attention to the good mints is what I'm basically trying to get at. Some mints are known to have really, really lousy quality control, and they'll have a lot of milk spotting. They'll have a lot of dings and scratches on them, and people will get their coins from that particular mint, and they're like, what in God's name happened to these coins? It's as if they were just like rubbed with sandpaper, or they were thrown into the tubes with no regard to the rattling around in there. You're getting a lot of surface scratches on there. So you want to pay attention to the quality of the mint. And the last thing that I want to point out to you is if you're looking to get your silver and gold stack to start working for you, all right, you want to be a trusted seller. How the heck do you become a trusted seller? You have to have a presence on social media. And I know as much as that is a pain in the butt for some of you to hear, it is the truth. You either want to have a YouTube channel, you want to have a large Instagram page, or you want to be on TikTok, some sort of platform where people know you, you've been around for a long time, and that you are a trusted source. I've been on YouTube now for over 3 years. I've been doing this for quite some time. People have grown to know me. They know that I'm not some guy that's just going to be here one day, take everybody's money and be gone the next. They know my level of commitment, making 3 videos a week, doing a live stream once per week. I've got my website. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. And while it is a lot of work, it's enjoyable work. And it is fun to see your stack grow, your customer base grow, your presence on social media grow. And so I would say for those of you that are really thinking hard about getting into this, I'm telling you now, I am a teacher. Teachers are notoriously underpaid. I'm going to get some comments from people saying, no, they're not. Trust me, I've been in corporate, I've been in marketing, I've been in sales, I'm in education. Yes, teachers do get paid relatively low compared to other professions out there. So for me, this is a side business that I started and has grown into something that is a lot more lucrative than my teaching gig. That being said, it is something that I cannot recommend enough to any of you that are watching this and that you are thinking about, why not me? I mean, I started this channel wearing a helmet on my head talking about precious metals. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be in the position that I am now, talking about my experiences and trying to help others get into this stacking business. So you never know what an idea is going to take off. It just takes a lot of dedication and willing to put in the hours. And I'm telling you now, speaking from experience, it definitely can pay off. I am hopeful that some of these tips help you guys. If you are looking for more information or you want to talk about your specific situation a little bit more, check out my website, empirepreciousmetals.com. The link is going to be down below. Book a time with me. I'd be more than happy to talk with all of you out there. And if you have any other questions, definitely place those down below. And that's it for me right now, guys. And that's it for me right now. And I would like to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't already become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, this is Empire Precious Metals. Until next time, long live the Empire.